but it was down. So we had 29, and myself and Mr. Wild and Ms. Sanford sat down and found out what was the issue. So now it's down to 11. So we're still working the process.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Still working it, and that should be down by next month as well.
All right. I'm good with progress.
Thank you. Okay.
All right. If nothing else from the board for HCV, let's see if we can keep it going.
I have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
If the people that we have given vouchers to that are in the hotel, I know that those vouchers were sanctioned somehow by COVID money. What happens to those vouchers if they're returned?
Would you like for me to answer that, Mr. Cooper? You want to answer that?
Go ahead, Ms. Hunt. Go ahead.
So what happens is if the voucher is returning, then you can move someone in from off her wait list.
Okay. So they're still ours.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, it's actually yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. All right, so it's HCV, modernization, anything for development or compliance? Compliance report here. Okay.
Good evening to the board. This is Anthony Watson. Happy Tuesday to everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Hey, Anthony.
I was just sitting here and was reminded of a former supervisor of mine who used to say everything does not require an axe. Some things you go about with a scalpel. And so just piggybacking on Ms. Sutton in regard to updating the PIC system, we have taken a scalpel approach. Basically, we just had to do an analysis of what our internal system of records indicate versus what we had been reporting to HUD's PIC system. PIC, for those who don't know, is an acronym for the Public and Indian Housing Information Center. Anyone who participates in the voucher program or in the public housing program, we are to report to HUD in that PIC database who's utilizing, whether it's a voucher on the voucher side or a public housing dwelling. I still don't like saying unit, but that scalpel approach has led to the reduction in the number of outstanding cases. As Ms. Sutton stated, we are still working on reconciliation of other outstanding cases, but I just wanted to publicly thank Ms. Sutton and Ms. Sanford for their support as we try to maximize our data integrity in PIC.
All right. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right. You can scroll it up. What's after compliance? We have here. That's human resource, right? All right.
Good evening, everybody. One, I'd like to actually thank Mr. Watson, Ms. Sutton, and Mr. Cooper. They've given me extraordinary access to some system stuff, emphasis and stuff, so I'm still trying to get up on the housing portfolio, I want to say, to help do my job better. As far as job openings, we've done some really good stuff. I was really happy, thank you, Mr. Cooper, on your, talking about Miss Renisha Springer moving over to intake specialist. I think, again, if we have folks who have strong attributes, it's good to move them into these other positions, which is fantastic. For Mr. Watson, and I know I'm a little off subject here, but Mr. Watson has really driven a lot of the training, the I'm not going to say it right, Mr. Watson V, where people can get in and look into the housing training, and he's really driven that and giving a lot of information to our team. So I think it helps me a little bit. I did receive a little new organizational chart from Mr. Cooper today. So I'm going to work on posting those jobs that actually affect some of the things we were talking about today, the compliance, the turnover, moving residents, understanding stuff. I mean, it helped me a lot today. But with that being said, we still have a couple interviews for custodian, receptionist. I have those going over to Mr. Cooper and Ms. Sutton in the next day or so. Intake specialist, we had our Renisha obviously promoted. Maintenance, we still have a couple, but I need to look at the org chart again, Mr. Cooper, to make sure that we still have those couple positions open that we want to have. And then public housing, we did hire one, and I think we're on a good track. And then, of course, the jobs you just gave me today that I need to post up.